Anshul, coming to you, if you could tell us where exactly you are and exactly what the situation is there, because if you've gotten a chance to interact with people, because people have constantly been complaining about how no action has been taken by the authority figures and how the situation has only gotten from bad to worse at this point.
So yes, this has been the story year in and year out. We have seen that how the governments actually come on record and try to shift the goalpost and try to blame the other governments in the other states because of the scenes that we see happening out here in the national capital year in and year out. And if I talk about where I am, although if you see the visuals behind me, it might seem like that I'm enjoying a holiday in a very good hill station. But yes, if I could just move out of the frame, it will give you an exact idea of how toxic the air out here in the national capital has become. These are the visuals from Noida, which is a concrete jungle. And you can see that there is absolutely no visibility that can be seen out here. Today, according to the weather reports, today is a bright sunny day out here in the national capital. But yes, these conditions seems overcast and it seems like the winter has already arrived out here in the national capital. But this is nothing. But this is just pure smog that has yet again engulfed the national capital and has turned it into a gas chamber. Doctors have already advised people to stay within the limits of their home. Morning walks at this point in time is absolutely not needed. It's absolutely something that the doctors have advised against. Exercising in the open is yet again something that has been advised against by the doctors. But yes, who is to blame for all this? This is not natural. This is all man-made disaster. We see such visuals day in and day out, year in, year out. Throughout the year, we hear the political blame games, and especially during these times of the winters, we see how political parties from different parts of North India actually try to shift the goalpost and try to blame other states, other governments as to why the condition of the national capital has become so much worse. But yes, over the last few years, we have seen that very little action has been taken, although the Delhi government implements the GRAB program year in and year out. But to what effect? There is absolutely no effect that can be seen. We saw that GRAB 2 was implemented over the past 1 month. But what effect did it have? It absolutely had no effect. So what is needed right now? It is absolutely needed for all these governments to come and sit on the table and make sure that they decide a permanent solution. Not only the governments, but also the babus. They also need to come and do their jobs and make sure that a permanent solution is found to this. Because yes, we have seen that there is minimal to very little work that is done to curb air pollution out here or to find out solutions of air pollution in the national capital region throughout the year. It is just during this 3 months period from October to December, probably January, that we see that a government suddenly become active. New schemes are introduced. GRAB is introduced. Why can't all this be done throughout the year to make sure that the air quality remains under control? Because what the governments are saying right now, that the farm fires in Punjab have come in control. The farm fires in Haryana have also gone down. Even in Western Uttar Pradesh, the farm fires have gone down. Then what is the reason of this pollution? This is something that no one has any answers to. This is something that no one is ready to find any solutions to. All we see is politics, and that is the reason why we are being forced to breathe in this toxic air year in and year out. But yes, what is even more serious this time around, that we have just entered the month of November. The Diwali is still approximately 7 to 8 days away from today, and even before that, we are seeing such cloud that has already covered the national capital. Delhi has already turned into a gas chamber. So yes, only future will tell as to how bad is this year going to be. Because yes, what the weathermans are predicting, what the IMD is predicting, that the AQI in the national capital is going to go from bad to worse over the next few days because of the incoming wind conditions, and there is absolutely no permanent solution that we have been able to find. And this year as well, the air is going to remain toxic, and hence it is going to be a very painful task for people to just breathe.
Right, Anshul, definitely the visuals from right behind you look extremely alarming. There's a thick cloud of smog covering the entire area and we cannot see anything right behind you. But right now, we also have Yash joining us on this broadcast to bring us more details with regards to this. Yash, continuing the discussion from where Anshul, the point that Anshul brought up is who is to blame, because right now it's not just the government and the opposition playing a blame game on each other, but even the people are asking that we see this happening day in and day out every year during these few months. Then why are no precautionary measures taken, and it is only when the time comes that then the government is trying to do damage control every year?
Well, Shreya, the damage control, the damage has been done. There is no question of the damage control. Yes, you rightly pointed out that every year this situation arises somewhere around October, in the month of October, and all the politicians, be it politicians or the bureaucratic class here in Delhi, they wakes up around September, and in fact it's already too late, because what we have to understand, this issue is not built in just a couple of days or in a fortnight. This keeps on happening, and in fact what happens is a number of issues stack up together and then they form something like this. In fact, I am still coming to you from the Anand Vihar area, which is probably one of the worst affected when it comes to the air quality in the national capital, not in the national capital only, but across the country, because right now the number is in hazardous category, and in fact yesterday only this area had touched an AQI of 999, which is probably the machines could record the maximum number. Today also the number is somewhere around 865, and in fact you can see the haze around, the greys around. In fact, the visibility has gone down really bad over here. The visibility is barely, if I can tell you, it's not more than 200 or 200 meters from where I'm standing. So this is an every year phenomenon, and in fact what happens is the government changes, the bureaucrats changes, but the problem persists over here in the national capital. While we are talking about this very situation, there are certain action plans which have been implemented by the authorities here in the national capital. The latest addition to this is the Graded Response Action Plan 3, where a lot of construction activities have been banned, and also BS3 and BS4 vehicles are not allowed to move in the national capital. And in fact buses were already banned, diesel buses were already banned to enter the national capital, but now other vehicular, small vehicles have also been asked to stay put out of the national capital. In fact, not only that, one of the people or the kids are the one who suffer the most when it comes to the air pollution, and in fact pediatricians have also maintained that this condition is not good for the kids, and in fact that's why all the experts urged people and especially the kids to stay indoors. And in fact owing to this situation, the Delhi Chief Minister had earlier also announced that there will be no classes for the students, physical classes for the students till class 5th, and in fact only online classes will continue for the next 2 days. But if we go by yes, this has been done for the next 2 days, but as per the experts and the politicians, in fact the concerned minister also flagged this situation, that this problem will persist for the next 15 to 20 days because of the climatic conditions, and also because of the temperature, the dipping temperature here in the national capital. Because once the temperature goes down, the wind speed also decreases, and once the wind speed decreases, what happens is that most of the pollutants stay where they are. So the pollutants don't find an escape, and that's why the concentration increases, and in fact then it becomes poisonous. This air becomes poisonous. This is not just poisonous, but it is also very hazardous for your physical health. And in fact when we are reporting from here, one thing is clear, that there is definitely you struggle to breathe. There is a pinch in your eyes, and in fact not only this, in adjoining areas also, in fact not only the national capital, in fact from where I'm coming, Anand Vihar, from where I'm coming right now is Anand Vihar, and in fact NCR region is also very nearby. In fact Ghaziabad is also near from this very place, and in fact there also the situation has gone worse, and that is why all these authorities, be it in Ghaziabad, be it in Noida, be it in Faridabad or Gurugram, all these authorities are actually swinging into action, and now they are coming out with different impositions like non-burning of garbage in the NCR region. Also we have to understand that the winter season is upon us, and what happens is the biomass burning also starts. And in fact, if we go by the CPCB reports, last year also around 15% was contributed by the biomass burning here in the national capital, which caused air pollution, and now this year also biomass will also add to the woes of the people here in the national capital.